What is the significance of Purim? That's a really good question, considering it's the only book in the Bible, that is the book of Esther, is the only book in the Bible that doesn't have God's name in it, and yet it's a important day on the Jewish calendar. When I was growing up, Purim meant celebration. I remember going with my father to the synagogue and celebrating as we read the Megillah, which is the whole book of Esther, and every time that Haman's name is mentioned, we boo him. He was the evil person who wanted to destroy the Jewish people. We had a carnival at our synagogue where all the little kids would come with their parents and dress up as Haman or Mordecai or Queen Esther. The girls would dress up as Queen Esther, and we would go through the story that way. Even the food we ate, Hamantaschen, was just a great way to think of Haman and his destruction of the Jewish people. The significance of Purim is more than just kids reenacting a story. The significance really is paramount in Jewish history. It was Satan's attack, although his name isn't mentioned either, but Ahasuerus, through manipulation of Haman, wants to destroy all the Jewish people. Certainly destroying God's chosen people is bad in of itself, but particularly God's chosen people before the time of the Messiah would have meant that no Messiah would come. So the significance of Purim is that if God did not intercede, even though he wasn't mentioned, which is the amazing part of the story in Esther, I would submit his name's not there, but he was there all the time. Esther, who was the cousin of Mordecai, is selected as the queen. She keeps her Jewishness quiet because her cousin tells her not to do it. Her uncle, rather, tells her not to do it. But then she has to reveal herself as a Jewish person. And it's already when the king gives a decree to destroy the Jews. And the story unfolds that Haman is the one that ends up in the gallows. The Jewish people are not destroyed. They defend themselves, and the Jewish people survive. That is a story beneficial to believers, and it's a great story for the Jewish people who've been harassed and harangued throughout history. So it's a story of victory, and the victory from a Christian point of view belongs to the Lord. Certainly the heroine Esther is the person people look to, Jewish people look to, as the person who interceded on behalf of her people. I actually, because of the position I'm with Friends of Israel, I teach on Purim almost all year long. And I don't think we have to limit it to February, March when it falls. It is a celebration. I have no problem celebrating it. I don't do it consistently, but when my kids were young, we did. We went over the story. My wife baked Hamantaschen, which is a pastry that you put cherry filling or blueberry filling or different kinds of filling, and we taught them what that means. It's really the story, from a Christian point of view, of the gospel. And briefly, I could tell you why. You have Haman, wicked Haman, who wanted to destroy the Jewish people, and Haman certainly is a play after Satan. You have God, who makes a decree. God made a decree that in the day you sin, the day you break that, the day you eat thereof, you will surely die. Ahasuerus decreed that on a certain day the Jewish people were to be killed. Ahasuerus had to issue another decree, and because he couldn't change the law when he gave it, God couldn't change his decree either. And so Ahasuerus made another decree. God provided the Lord Jesus Christ to save us. And so you have Esther as the person who said, if I perish, I perish. And then we have the Lord Jesus Christ, who set his face as a flint to Jerusalem because his purpose was to go to the cross. I think you can find the parallels so easy. And from a Christian point of view, I wouldn't ask them to celebrate it necessarily in a Jewish way, but certainly when you read the book of Esther, it ought to thrill your heart and bless you as you read it.